After each town council meeting, the staff sits down and records a quick recap, highlighting the public meeting. The complete meeting can be found on the town of Avon, Indiana's YouTube page, but this podcast is designed to give you a simple overview to help keep you informed about what is happening. The Avon, Indiana Town Council meets twice a month at Avon Town Hall. A full schedule of their public meetings can be found online at avonindiana.gov.
What's up, Town of Avon? This is Angel Gino, the Marcom manager here at Town Hall, and today I'm with
Ryan Cannon, town manager.
the one and only one last time for this year.
Am I getting fired?
No, it's
Oh, I
the
thought you were
last
saying I was the one last time as town manager that I was doing the podcast.
No,
I thought maybe you knew something I didn't know, Angel.
Ryan's getting exempt from the podcast.
Oh, I don't have to do it anymore?
No, you still have to. I think people love us.
I hope people like it. I hope they enjoy listening to us. I enjoy doing it.
Yes, I have fun doing it as
I
well.
most enjoy keeping people informed about what we're doing.
We love educating the people.
I know. Love it.
And so with that, today we're going to be talking about the town council meeting that happened last night, December 18th, 2025.
Last one of the year.
Yes, last
That's
time
what
we'll
Angel
be
was talking
saying
about. Yep.
2025.
2025 has been a rough year, so we're ready to move on.
We're
Look
ready.
forward to 26.
Ready for the little break.
Even though we had a great year, we got a lot done.
Yes.
But it feels like a tough road traveled. So
It was a crawl.
I'm ready for 26. So
Here you go.
let's do it.
Go ahead, Ryan.
So the first thing, we had a fantastic ceremony for our economic development director, John Taylor. John Taylor is one of those people who works for the town who has done incredible things that you may have never crossed paths with him because he was doing the hard work of economic development for the town. So if you drive around town, all the development along Ronald Reagan, all the development along County Road 100 South, John over the last 8 years has helped the town get tenants and development in those buildings. It's over $500 million of assessed value. It's over 4 million square feet of industrial space. And if you don't know, the way property taxes work in Indiana, residential properties only pay a 1% rate. You guys have heard me talk about that before. Agricultural and rentals pay a 2% rate, and commercial industrial pay a 3% rate. So having a strong 3% tax base helps keep property taxes lower for residential property owners. So Avon has always been a little off balance, where we have mostly had more assessed value in our 1% property tax than we have in our 3%. Now, we have a great retail quarter along 36, which does help. But because we didn't have a lot of industrial or office type jobs, we didn't have a lot of 3%. And John's efforts over the last 8 years has really turned the corner for the town. Again, over $1 billion worth of assessed value since John arrived has been added to the town's assessed value. When John arrived, our entire assessed value for the entire town was $1 billion. So basically over the last 8 years, we've doubled the amount of assessed value. So John has been an incredibly valuable employee and a great asset to Avon. He's been a great advocate for businesses and for economic development. So while we are saying see you later to John, we are not saying goodbye, because we hope to continue to have John work part-time for us as a contractor, but he did retire officially last night. His last day is December 31st, and so we were able to present him with a small token of our appreciation. And so if you're interested in hearing how that went, you can, or if you want to hear more about what John's accomplished, you can go listen to the podcast.
Shout out, John.
Not the podcast, the YouTube. But yes, shout out to John.
Shout out to John.
We love you, John. Great job. After that, we did have some new business. The Parks Department actually presented a proposal for sidewalk design along County Road 575 East. If you don't know where County Road 575 East is, that is where the new entrance to Easton Gray is located, just west of 625. off of US 36. The new traffic signal, we'd like it to have a pedestrian crossing, but there's no sidewalks on the south side of 36 that connect to the Washington Township Dog Park in the Washington Township Park. And we would like to connect that to our Riverwalk district. Again, if you guys have heard me talk about the Riverwalk district at Easton Gray, and it's supposed to be a walkable, and we're going to have events, and we're going to host things. So certainly connecting our park to that activity and having that availability of parking would be a great asset to us. So we did get a proposal from Banning Engineering to do that sidewalk extension along 575. Their proposal was $37,600. The town council did approve that quote, so we will get that signed and get it over to Banning Engineering, and they will start work on completing that design. And then once it's designed, we will move forward with constructing it. So you can look forward to that, seeing that in 2026 or maybe early 2027. We'll see how quickly the design progresses. The next new business item was award bid for Dan Jones Road Phase 3. Dan Jones Road Phase 3 is the section from US 36 to County Road 100 North. And for those of you who are maybe, landmarks better, it's from Burger King and CVS all the way to Wawa and Kingsway Christian Church. So we are going to widen that entire section to 4 lanes, just like we have to the south. And so we bid that project. The town was awarded what we call federal funding exchange. We get the funding from the Indianapolis Metropolitan Planning Organization. They are the transportation planning agency for the region. And so the funds are distributed to them, and they distribute the funds to the 9-county area through a competitive process. So again, we were awarded about $7.5 million. I talked a little bit at the meeting to the town council. That corridor has been insane with utilities. So those of you who are out there driving and you're being inconvenienced by what's going on out there, those are all utilities that are trying to get out of the way for the town to come through and build the actual road. So what was on the town council agenda last night was the bid for actually constructing the road. We did get 9 bids, and they were all very competitive. Our engineer's estimate was $9.6 million, and the low bid was $7,973,000. So luckily, due to a great bid, the town will save about $1.5 million. So that's really exciting and good for the project. It is incredibly expensive. That mile will end up costing us about $16 million. So those of you who are out there on the internet saying the town should widen every road, all you have to do is pay enough taxes to pay $16 million. So check out your tax bill and see how many times you'd have to pay to get up to $16 million for your taxes. So again, incredibly expensive to do these kind of projects. Again, very important for the community and to help facilitate traffic. So it'll be tough. That construction will start next year. We're expecting it to start around June 1st. It does have about 1.5 year construction schedule, at least completion date. The contractor may go more quickly than that, but we expect it to wrap up in 2027. E&B Paving was the low bidder. E&B Paving's been involved in every project along Dan Jones. They were the prime contractor on the Dan Jones Phase 1, which was from 36 to 100 South. They were also the paving company on Dan Jones Phase 2, which was from 100 South to 150 South in the roundabout. And they're also the contractor on the Dan Jones Bridge project, who's doing the paving on that. So they've got a lot of ownership in this Dan Jones project, and we appreciate the great bid from them, and they are a great contractor, and we're looking forward to working with them. The town council did award the bid to E&B Paving. Next, we had a slew of some resolutions. The first resolution we had was the police department declared a couple additional vehicles surplus property. They've really been working to clean out their inventory of unneeded equipment this year, so we appreciate them doing that. And so they had 2 more vehicles that they wanted to sell. The town council did approve that resolution. The next resolution was a transfer to the rainy day in the insurance reserve fund. I know I've talked about this on the podcast in the past, but a way to show financial strength, which actually helps our bond rating. Our financial advisors recommend that we try to continue to grow our rainy day fund. A rainy day fund is uh, a fund that we can put money in that if something comes along someday that's bad, or if we were to not collect property taxes or COVID happened, that you have some money set aside to be able to continue operating. And to bonding agencies and to anyone who buys bonds or allows the town to borrow money, they look at that as much money as in that rainy day fund allows uh, us. It shows financial health for the town. So we try to put money in there. We like to not also put too much money in there because we also don't want to take money from taxpayers that we don't need. Most of the money that is in there, it comes from us actually underspending our budget. So we're not collecting more taxes to get money for the rainy day fund. It's money that we underspent uh, during our normal course of operations. And when we underspend it, then we try to transfer it to the rainy day fund. This year, we're also, due to increases in our property and casualty insurance, the town council has decided that they would like to create an insurance reserve fund. An insurance reserve fund is a place where we can uh, try to avoid some of the ebbs and flows of insurance. Like sometimes if we have losses, our insurance goes up substantially. And so in order to, again, to exhibit financial health, we're going to create this insurance reserve fund to help kind of alleviate those ups and downs that we can tend to get in really health insurance and property and casualty. So the town council, this resolution authorized a transfer of $150,000 to the rainy day fund and $150,000 to the insurance reserve fund. The town council did approve the resolution, which requires the clerk treasurer to do that by March 30th. So now it's in the clerk treasurer's hands to make that transfer. The final one, resolution at least, we have a couple ordinances too, was a resolution of interest. Anytime the town is interested in purchasing property, the town council, and in this case, the redevelopment commission also passed a resolution of interest, which means we're interested in purchasing a property. The resolution authorizes staff to move forward with appraisals and environmental assessments and any due diligence potentially around the potential acquisition of property. So this particular resolution is for a property that could potentially be used as a police substation and a training facility. The town council, in their capital improvement plan, had this in their capital improvement plan. It was a couple years out from now, but it was out a couple years really because the town, through our financial planning, thought we wouldn't necessarily be able to afford it for a couple of years. However, we've had this opportunity of an existing building that would be substantially less cost to taxpayers and would potentially give the police department access to the building more quickly than they would if we tried to build one. And if any of you out there know, construction costs are really high, so the ability to purchase an existing building is a significant cost savings to the town. So we are just at this point doing our due diligence. So we will see what the building is worth and if there are any issues with it, and then ultimately see if we can negotiate purchase with the property owner. And so the council, this will have to come back to the town council eventually if we do want to move forward with purchasing the property. But this just authorizes staff to move forward with the first steps. So the resolution was approved, and so we will be moving forward with that and working on it. And stay tuned to hear more about that over the next 3 to 6 months. That was all of the resolutions. Then, as Angel said, we did have several ordinances. We had a final reading on the annexation at the reserve at Shallow Creek. That's just the last step in the process for the town council to adopt the ordinance. We adopted the fiscal plan, and we did a public hearing, which are the 2 steps that are required before the town council can do final adoption. And so they did vote and approve the annexation of the reserve at Shallow Creek Phase 2. It'll have to be advertised in the paper, and then it'll become effective 30 days after the advertisement in the paper. So towards the end of January, it will be effective and officially annexed into Avon. The next ordinance was the 2025 end of year reappropriation ordinance. This is an ordinance the clerk treasurer does to kind of move funds around. At the end of the year, she can't have any negatives in her funds. So sometimes she has to take money out of certain account lines and move them into other account lines. So this is really just a cleanup of our accounting in our books for the year. And the town council did approve the reappropriation ordinance. Our town attorneys, the next ordinance is amending and readopting an investment policy. Our town attorneys were required every certain number of years to readopt our policy. And of course, there's always changes in the law. So our attorneys recommended updating that policy. Again, just making sure we're remaining consistent with what the law is in Indiana. And the town council did approve that ordinance. The last one was we did have an introduction. We had one introduction, adopting amended internal controls policy. This is probably the most exciting thing we do, right, Angel?
So exciting.
You love internal controls, right?
Yes.
It's the best. So you're probably asking yourself, what are internal controls? Well, internal controls are policies that the town has to prevent fraud or corruption or stealing of funds or anything like that. And it basically is a way that everybody touches money twice in order to avoid that. In the State Board of Accounts, which is the auditing agency for the state of Indiana, gives us certain guidelines that we have to follow for those internal controls. So every once in a while, some of those policies change in the manner in which we have to do those internal controls changes. And so our attorneys are recommending a few modifications to our existing internal controls. Mostly this resulted out of an audit, which is the State Board of Accounts wants us to do a reconciliation, which is just basically how you make sure your checkbook balances. We have to do the same thing, but they want us to do that in our bond funds. So they are adding that requirement for us to be able to do it in our bond funds. Fortunately, our clerk treasurer is already doing that. So we're safe on those, but we are adding it to our policy just so that the State Board of Accounts continues to be happy with the manner in which we're making sure we don't have any issues here at the town of Avon. So that was the last item, Angel.
That's 2025.
Did I just talk for like 45 minutes straight?
17 minutes.
Did I really? Are you serious?
It was probably like 15 minutes, but
I'm sorry, everybody.
it's okay. They needed to know it's education.
Yeah, but it was boring.
But it's education, Ryan. That is our job. That is the purpose of all this. And we hope you guys learned something new.
Yeah, I hope so. We did a lot at that meeting.
It was a lot, but
even
it was
though
quick.
None of it seemed really big. Yeah, but it was quick, and it's the complexity of running a town. I do like that, Angel, that we can educate people about. It's not as easy as all those on social media think that, well,
they're not doing anything.
They're not doing anything, or
we are.
What are people doing there? There's all kinds of things we have to do.
There's a lot of us that have a lot on our plates. So please be a little more patient, kind. Let's go into the new year with a little bit more kindness.
I like that, Angel.
Yes, just a little bit. You don't have to completely change who you are, but
civility.
Just a little bit.
There needs to be a push for people to be more civil to each other.
And more human, like understanding that we are all human, right?
I like that, Angel.
There you go.
That's a great message going up to Christmas.
We love that.
That
Yes.
is awesome.
It's the holiday spirit.
It is the holiday spirit. That's fantastic.
Speaking of Christmas, Ryan, what do you want for Christmas?
Sleep
More
and
sleep.
peace and quiet.
I second that. We all need some sleep. We all deserve, not just the employees here, but everyone out there listening. We all deserve this little break, and we hope you guys have a Merry, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Thank you for sticking with us this whole year. It's been a crazy year.
Yeah, thanks for allowing us to serve you guys, and I hope everybody out there knows, and anybody listening to this, that the town of Avon staff is fantastic, and they're all people who really care about making a difference to the community. So maybe you've had a good interaction with them, or maybe you've had a bad interaction with them, but ultimately everybody here has a great heart and is doing things in the best interest of our community. So thank you guys for supporting us. Thanks for helping us do our jobs better, and thank you to all the staff as well who we were very fortunate to have such a fantastic staff here at the town of Avon. So
Thank you for an amazing year.
yeah, thanks everybody. Happy
That's
New
it.
Year,
Happy
Merry
New Year.
Christmas.
Yes. We'll see you guys next year, 2026. Don't forget to smile, be a little more kind. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.